together for Mr. George Wagner!
All that said, I'm glad I'm not singing, because after heaven, I don't know if... that one ends. So if you have been watching the news lately, they've been talking about this college scandal. But all they focus on are the kids that had the fake tests, and then all these rich families who donate lots of money to the university to get their kids in. They don't talk about the kids who really suffered from this scandal. Those poor kids who failed because they looked at the tests on the kids that got in with those big ACT scores. You know, I mean, you see a kid and his name is on the library, you know he's a dumbass. You don't have to look at his paper, but you know, when you can't trust the ACTs, what are you gonna do? You know, I think there's a class action lawsuit coming here. So I was driving along the other day and I saw the car in front of me and the lights on the license plate, one of them was flickering. So I'm thinking, you know, faulty bulb? Was there somebody in the trunk trying to send me a Morse code message? I just wish I knew Morse code. But not as much as the guy in the trunk wishes I knew Morse code. So if you're familiar with the rule of three says that 3 of something is more satisfying. I have been trying to convince my girlfriend of that fact. Has not worked. But my girlfriend does have an issue with food. She does not like having her food touch, so she has to separate on the plate. And I asked her one day, I said, but what about things like stir fry? And she said, well, it's fine if it comes out that way. I said, oh, okay. So I just have to remember to put the whipped cream on before I come into the bedroom. But I did have an old girlfriend. She gave me a restraining order. And I told her, listen, it's your own fault. You told me to promise never to leave you. Now the game's coming back on. Can you get me a beer? So I'm trying to apply the social media techniques into my real life. So the other day I was at this place that I used to frequent with my old girlfriend, and she happened to be there. So I decided to just ghost her. Really freaked her out when I walked right through her. I was at the mall, saw this really cute girl, walked up, handed her an eggplant. But there was this really interesting guy I saw walking by, so I followed him. Do you know how hard it is to get pepper spray out of your hair? But I've been taking up cooking, trying to eat a little better. And I found this really nice recipe, and I was talking to a coworker about it, and believe it or not, you can actually get fired over cooking. And she was really interested in the recipe, so I texted it to her. About a half hour later, HR is on my butt. Like, hey, I'm sorry. How was I supposed to know she didn't like the eggplant taco recipe? That one sometimes takes a second. But I was driving by, I saw this place had a sign that said custom framing. So I stopped in, checked it out. The attention to detail was just phenomenal in this place. I mean, those frames were perfect. By the time I left, my boss was doing 20 years for a crime he did not commit. Oh. But I do enjoy signs. If you've ever seen the deer crossing sign, they have deer crossing signs where there's been an incident where someone has hit a deer. Which really makes me wonder what shit went down at that tractor crossing sign. I was in the parked garage, I was in the stairwell. Sign on the door said, this door must remain closed at all times. I was stuck for over an hour. My favorite sign, though, is the Vacation Bible School sign. I'm sure you've seen them. I have racked my brain trying to figure out what is the difference between the regular Bible and the Vacation Bible. Does the Vacation Bible have, like, water skiing off of Noah's Ark? Jonah taking people out on fishing expeditions. Jesus bringing bagels and lox to the picnic, figuring he'll take a dip but can't get wet. So I I've been doing comedy now about 15 months. And I found that comedy is filled with, bald jokes and racial insensitivity, family insecurities, what I did when I drank too much, what I did when I smoked weed or took this drug. Well, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. Full head of hair and I'm white, so what the fuck do I have to complain about? Now when I say I'm white, if the lights went out right now, they'd put me by the door so you could find your way out. If I walked up and I did the fist bump and the explosion, at that moment, it would no longer be cool. Now, I was a successful rapper. Of course, this involved a table at the mall around Christmas time.
LOL.
I went in on this one. A friend of mine was a promoter, so I got the chance to go and see the video being made of a rap video. So, 2 a.m., we arrive at this abandoned warehouse, and I'm dressed, dress slacks, dress shirt. I get out, the artist walks over to my promoter friend and says, "Who's the narc?" Now, I would have to be the absolute worst narc if I went to a rap video dressed like this. I mean, what, no leather jacket even? But then again, maybe I'm the best narc, because who'd think I was a narc? That's my time, thanks for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going.